Today we did get 100 overall Michael Jordan in 2K25, which is absolutely crazy. This set is pretty juiced, so we do need to go over the new Snipe Filters, man, so let's get right to it. The first filter we're going over is the Bulls cheapest filter, man. These team filters, guys, you know, if you've been watching my videos at all, they go absolutely crazy, man. So what you want to do, no color, no theme, no nothing, just go ahead and scroll down to team, put it to the Bulls. You're gonna raise your maximum bout up to find the cheapest Bulls player on your console, which on PlayStation they're hanging around 5,000 MT right now. You want to go ahead and snipe these cards for 2,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest ones, just because the price does fluctuate a decent little bit. So if they're still around 5k, I'd be grabbing them for 3k, 3.2k at a max, just because, you know, later they might be 4k and later they might be 7k. You never know. You just want to give yourself a little bit extra room for profit on these filters. But the best part about these team filters is you snipe them all the time for under 1,000 MT, just because it's emeralds and golds and sapphires that are selling for 6k, and they normally sell for 700 MT, man. So you can snipe this all day and make tons and tons of profit on this filter. One of my favorites today. Definitely spend some time on it if your goal is MT per hour, man. The next filter we're going over is the Galaxy Opal cheapest filter, which on PlayStation right now they're selling for about 43,000 MT, man. 42.5 you can sell them for pretty darn quickly, man. You want to scroll on the cheapest Galaxy Opal, so put your color to Opal, raise your buyout up to around 40 something thousand until you have one Opal listed for sale, and keep refreshing here, man. That just gives you the best chance to see any more expensive Opals, guys. So if anything expensive pops up on your filter, man, a freaking Yao Ming, Wembenyama, whoever the heck, man, Zach Levine, is more than anybody that sells for more than 60,000 MT, buy it as quick as possible. Obviously you need to know your market a little bit for this, man. I've given out tips in tons of previous videos as to a quick and easy way of how to know which cards to pick up when you're working a scroll. And then you want to grab any of these cheaper Opals, man. Trey Young, Darius Garland, Dayron Williams. Grab these cheaper ones for about 33,000 MT and below. You want to grab them for like 10k cheaper than the cheapest ones, because typically if you're selling an Opal for cheapest price, it sells pretty quickly, man. So 10k is plenty room for profit. You'll still make, you know, 5,000-6,000 MT, man, each snipe. So that's what I would do on this filter. Again, grab the more expensive ones and hopefully you get a crazy pop-up on here. The next filter that we're going over is the Galaxy Opal Inevitable filter, man. For this, you want to put your color to Galaxy Opal, put your theme to Inevitable, which is the set that dropped today, and you're going to raise your buyout to around 63,000-65,000 MT till you have the cheapest. Drazen Petrovic probably is the cheapest on both consoles up, so you can scroll on the cheapest one, man. You got Rudy Gobert is the next cheapest Opal, man. He's selling for about 70,000 MT on PlayStation. What I would suggest is to grab Drazen for about 50k and below, or about 12,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one. And you want to go ahead and grab Rudy Gobert for about 55,000 and below, since he's a little bit more expensive. And then obviously if Mark Cannon or the other card that is escaping me right now pops up, man, I still can't think of it. It'll come to me in a second. If any of the more expensive cards that are selling for 100 pop up, buy them for any price on the scroll that you're working. Just monitor those pricings, make sure they don't drop down on the two more expensive cards, and pay attention and snipe them for profit as well. Could be a really good option on this filter because of the fact that cheapest Opal is down at like 43k. So hopefully this Drazen Petrovic should pop up semi-frequently around 45,000-50,000 MT, which is profit all day long, man. OG Anunoby is the other card that can pop up. If OG or Lori pop up, buy them for any price right now, and just make sure you monitor their pricing of what they're selling for when you're working this filter. But I really like this filter today as well. The next filter we're going over is the Inevitable cheapest filter, man. For this, you just want to put your theme to Inevitable, raise your maximum buyout up till you have the cheapest Inevitable cards on your console. They're typically selling, unless they're on their way down, for about 2.7 thousand MT. As you see, they're much lower right now. What I would suggest on this filter is scroll if you're up for it, because obviously you can snipe opals and dark matters on here as well. But this filter is super active, so the price is constantly changing. So if you don't want to do that, I understand. What you can do is put your buyout down about 1,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one, low-key, or like 1,500. It's probably what, if I was working this filter right now, that's what I would be feeling comfortable at, as far as if their price is going to crash or not. If you grab them for 1,500, there's a good chance you'll definitely make profit on it. Should be very active filter, man. These ones are always great. It's much better if the cards do go back up to 2.7 thousand that they're selling for, but as of right now, man, really good option. There are a few more expensive cards that you can pick up if you are working the scroll. Kobe White, you got Vando, Jared Vanderbilt, he is more expensive as well, as you'll see when we go over those, and Danny Green. The next filter we're going over is the Jared Vanderbilt hard scope filter, man. For this, you just want to put your name to Jared Vanderbilt, put your color to amethyst, and you're going to scroll your buyout up to find the cheapest Vando, I can't even speak, guys, who's selling for around 6.7k, 6.5k right now. It's actually on his way up. He was just selling for like 6k. So what you want to do on this is lower your buyout. No need to scroll, because this is the only card on here, man. I would say right now to snipe this card for 1.5k cheaper than the cheapest one, man. If he keeps getting more expensive and gets up to like 8,000, I would say do snipe him for 2,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one. But right now, lower your buyout to about 5,000 if you're on PlayStation, man, and just keep refreshing here and snipe him if he pops up. This filter should be absolutely insane today. I've already got one. Yeah, I sniped one Vando earlier, man, for 4.5k within like 5 refreshes of being on here. This card is going to go up a ton for around the cheapest inevitable pricing of 2.2, 2.5, 2.7 thousand. Same with amethyst, typically are about 2,000. So we got a double winner here on this filter, man. So spend some time on it. I think it's gonna be really good, and a lot of profit can be made on here since he's selling for almost 7k. Should be able to snipe him an absolute ton for 2k ish. The next filter we're going over is the pink diamond cheapest filter, man. For this, put your color to pink diamond, put your buyout to around 4.5k is what the pink diamonds are selling for on PlayStation right now. You want to go ahead and snipe these cards for about 3.5k and below if they pop up. Maybe even 3.2 if you want, man, but they are selling pretty quickly for 4.5k. So if you get them for at 3.5k at the most, you're still making profit, and they should probably sell pretty easy as long as you don't overprice them, man. Low-key, I'm changing my mind on this. Snipe them for 3,000 MT and below, unless it's a more expensive pink diamond, man. So I do suggest you scroll on this filter as well, because we obviously have tons and tons of more expensive pink diamonds that can pop up, and they do pop up, man. So spend some time on this filter. The next filter we're going to go over is the inevitable Southwest division filter, man. For this, you want to put your theme to inevitable, put your division to Southwest, and you're going to scroll your buyout up till you're scrolling on the cheapest GG Jackson on your console, man. It's actually a little bit down in price. Just a little bit ago he was like 4,500. Filter that makes this filter not as good as it was, obviously, but it's still absolutely insane, and I think it needs to be in the video because of the cheapest inevitable cards pricing being at about 2.5k. If GG Jackson pops up for 2.5k and below, just like every other inevitable card, buy it, man. It's profit. It's gonna sell quickly. It's easy enough, man, and just take that profit over and over and over again. On this filter, you also have some other cards like Danny Green, man. Danny Green's the next cheapest card on this set, going for about 7,000 MT. Not on this set, but on this filter. Grab him if he pops up on the scroll you're working. You definitely want to scroll on here as well, man. So really good budget option, man, where you can, it's kind of like hard scoping, but you have 2 cards on the same filter. So really good option, man. I think lots of profit to be made on this filter today. We got some pretty good filters coming out today, so that is a W. The next filter we're going over is the Southwest high-end division filter, man. For this, no color, no theme, just put your division to Southwest, put your minimum bid to 100k, put your minimum buyout to 500, and search and scroll to the 4-hour mark. Scroll's a little bit long right now because we've got some of these cards that are, once they end, you know, it'll be okay. Look at these KPs right here. He's obviously down in price again. Apparently he was up, who knows, man, who knows. But scroll's not that bad. It'll get better once all these cards end, coming up in like 30 minutes here, and you have tons and tons of options that you can snipe on here, like Victor Wembanyama, Pink Diamond, and Opal, Rudy Gay, Jaren Jackson Jr., man. Clearly this KP is no longer profit as of right now. Tomorrow he probably will be again, so monitor that pricing, man. You've got Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming, Tim Duncan, John Morant, man. There's lots of great options on here. Make sure you know your price, because there's also a lot of duds on here as well, like this Anthony Davis, Gems of the Game 2. You might think he's a snipe. He's not, man. Don't buy him. George Gerving obviously is not a snipe, man. So really good options for this high-end filter. If you want to snipe some high-end opals or dark matters and don't want to enable anything, this is a good option for you. The next filter we're going over is the dark matter filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to dark matter, put your minimum buyout to 500, man, and just keep refreshing. Every dark matter in the game is still a snipe as of right now, man, which is absolutely awesome. We have tons of dark matters in the game now. This filter has starting to be getting a little bit better. I actually saw my first dark matter today, which we bricked on, because, you know, why wouldn't we? But we saw one. We're gonna see another one later tonight, man, hopefully in stream. So make sure you guys come through Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, man. We have a lot of fun in stream. Spend some time on this if you're looking for high-end snipes, man. It's just gonna get more and more active, bro. So very comp though. Be ready to get a snipe on here. Just don't get distracted like I do all the time, and just be ready to buy it if a card pops up as soon as possible. And the last filter we're going over is the 100 overall filter, guys. We do have 2 100 overalls in the game now. Look at this freaking Michael Jordan card, bro. Woo-wee. Oh, I want that so bad, man. Imagine sniping one of these would be low-key so crazy. But for this filter, you want to put your color to 100 overall, put your minimum about to 500, and just keep refreshing, man. And just keep refreshing, and probably just keep refreshing until you give up. Is low-key what's probably going to happen. But maybe you get lucky, man. I don't think, if your goal is just to make the most MT possible, this filter's probably not the one, man. It's going to be very dry. But if you happen to do hop on it and get insanely lucky, you are making so much MT, man. Obviously, pick anybody up if they pop up and sell them for a 100K bid and make millions. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash the like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the crazy snipes of the week video that we dropped yesterday, man, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.